Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Crusty Crystals. Thanks for being here. Um, well, it's been quite a week in our world, in our country. Um, that's why I didn't have a shiny crystal, to be honest with you. I didn't come up with a shiny crystal because it's just been a very heavy week, like just, with the girl dying in the subway, she got killed, and then Charlie Kirk getting killed, and just people fighting back and forth, and just a lot of like darkness and ugliness. So it's just been very heavy. I've been very affected by it, very like drained by it all. I'm not going to get into politics here. I don't talk, I think politics are very divisive, so I don't get into it or talk about it. But just in general, just the energy of it all is just very sad, and it's infuriating and it's frustrating as well. Um, yeah, I mean, I would say my shiny crystal in all of it would be the universe or God or your higher power or hope or anything that could uplift us, because I want to stay true on my mission, which is to help people, bring smiles to people's faces, bring positivity, help change in a positive way. But I'm very affected and very sensitive. So this week's been really heavy, and it's just been like, I'm just tired of it. Social media is so bad. We shouldn't be seeing the images that we're seeing. We don't want to like have our head in the ground about the darkness in the world, but I think seeing it too much is just really not good for our humanity. I think people being online too much is terrible. Like I try to spend a lot of time outside with my dog and with people that I love, or doing something that I love, but you get caught in it. I've spent hours scrolling and you just get caught. And I feel better when I'm out in nature. I feel better when I'm hanging out with my nieces and nephews and sisters and parents and friends, and like, or doing readings with people. Like, I feel better when my mind is busy, when I'm around nature and love, not when I'm on TikTok. I mean, I'll be honest. No, when you're on like TikTok or you're scrolling in the moment, you think you feel good because you're just getting all this like information and but at the end of the day, I really don't think it's good for us. We're not designed as humans for this. And then, you have the powers of be that people, like media and this and that take things and they put headlines and they cut things up and then they share it, and then people just see that and they're misled and misinformation, and it creates violence, it creates agitation. It's too much. It's too much. We need to get back to like, I don't know. No, I don't want to say like, oh, we need to do this, because that's another thing. Everyone with what we need to do. It's just, I think we need to just all look inside our own hearts and stop letting other people dictate what we're thinking. I think we need to just, have your opinion, step out into the world if you see things that are going on, which things are going on. And it's okay to acknowledge them and talk about them and try to make a change for the better, or try to help change. But the violence and the misinformation and the arguing, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. So as a person who feels energy, and, I was like traumatized by the freaking image and the video. But I'm more traumatized with just like how divided everybody is. Honestly, that's really what I'm traumatized about, the division. Because you're out in there, everyone, we're on eggshells, like, what do I say? Oh, I can't support this, I can't support that, I'm going to get, it's like, it's freaking too much. That's what we need to get back to, our humanity, our souls, like, everyone needs to sit, we need to sit with ourselves, meditate, be in nature, get back to like ourselves, stop listening to all this shit. It's a lot. So I guess my shiny crystal would be hope, like the goodness in all of our hearts, everybody's heart, everyone. Stop with the anger. So, and stop with the know-it-all. No, we don't ever, no one knows it all. No one knows, people hardly know anything. So I don't know. So let's hope for a better week. but I don't know if that's going to happen because, I used to have visions when I was younger about all this chaos and stuff. So it just seems to be coming about more and more as the years go on. I don't want to isolate, because that's not good for anyone. I feel like I have a voice, but we'll get there. I don't know exactly what I want to say or where, like how I want to like talk about it. So I'm just going to say how it affected me. And it affected me in a very like depressive, heavy, confused, infuriating way, basically. So anyway, I hope everybody's able to get back to some kind of civilized, normal behavior, but we'll see. Anyway, I am here to deliver fun, and I'm here to deliver insight, and I'm here to deliver good times and positivity. So just wanted to get that out there. I like to be transparent and authentic. I couldn't come up with something that felt like there was someone that was shiny to me. Anyway, I do feel like, actually, no, I didn't feel like, to be honest with you, I feel what's the word? Constrained. Like if I say, oh, this person's a shiny crystal, or that person's a shiny crystal, I'm going to get like people like, and negativity. So I don't want to spread negativity. I don't want to fuel the fire. I don't want to add to it. I just want to be the light that I could be, the positive light I could be. So I will keep trying to do that. I'm the shiny crystal. How's that? How's that? I'm the shiny crystal. Okay. All right, let's get on to our next segment. Sign me up. So sign me up. We are at Libra. Libra, why you would want Libra in a crisis. In a crisis, you want Libra because they do usually stay very level-headed, and they do tend to be very balanced, and they do tend to help you with deciding things and decisions. I think Libras are great to go to for advice because they're good at like having a balance about stuff, and they're good at seeing both sides. They're also very chill. So I like the calmness of Libras. A lot of Libras do have that chill calmness. So they're good to have in a crisis. The reason why a Libra would be unhinged in a relationship. Why would a Libra be unhinged? What is their unhinged behavior in a relationship? I think it's sometimes I don't want to call it shadiness, but I would say like double dipping. I would say Libras, men and women, they double dip sometimes. Like they might say one thing or mean one thing, and then they kind of like do another, or like they do one thing or say something and they mean something else. So sometimes they double dip. So I think in a relationship, that's how they would be unhinged. I think they also sometimes can be a little vindictive when they're in a relationship, or if they want to get like revenge, or they like come for you. Like they're a little slick like that. They act like they're just chill, but they're really like trying to come for you. Toxic trait. What would a Libra's toxic trait be? I guess a Libra's toxic trait for me would be they're like a little bit of like, I would say I call it shadiness, but it's not really shady. It's like there'll be one way, like they'll pretend to just be like cool and chill and like there's nothing wrong, but then they're kind of like jabbing you with, like they're kind of like they're like being shady on the side. Libras they can be like that, like they're just being chill, but then all of a sudden they're being shady. Healing retreat. I would say, what would a Libra bring on my healing retreat? That's a good one. Libra would bring perfume. That, for some reason, I don't know why that just popped up for me. I feel like something that smells nice. Incense. That's what they would bring. Incense, crystals, some kind of like aromatherapy. Yes, the Libra would 100% bring aromatherapy to a healing retreat. They are so good like that. Like I feel like they would aesthetically like just bring something that smelled beautiful and sweet, made everyone feel good. They would definitely bring like an aroma type therapy. Absolutely. So yeah, sign me up. Libra, I would say, sign me up. I can get down with a Libra. I'm a Taurus, so Venus is their ruling planet. So same as Taurus, we would see eye to eye. I think we would be a very peaceful, very like vibed out relationship. So I guess sign me up. Any Libra guys out there, hit me up. I'm down. All right. Disney astrology. So this week's Disney astrology, I'm going to say I'm doing the Lion King. Okay. Let's start with Simba. Simba, my little Cancer boy. He is such a Cancer boy, like just a sweet little mama face and just excited about the world. And, he wants to be big and tough like his daddy. Such a Cancer boy. Like Cancer boys are so like that. Like they're little cubs, little little lions, but they want to grow up to be big and strong. But they're just little lovers, like they're just sweet little lovers. And with, he's making mistakes and, oh my God, it's my fault that my father died, but it's really not because it's Scar's fault. Yeah. Cancer boys Simba is such a Cancer. Like I can't even, like what else makes him a Cancer besides that adorable face? His little cuddliness, like, and like how he's like such a good friend. Like when he met like Pumbaa and Timon, like he's just such like a, easygoing little guy, and he's just so hard on himself. And then like losing his dad, like he just couldn't, like he was so emotional about it and he like ran away because he's like, it's my fault, taking advice from his uncle Scar, that fucking asshole. Nala, let's get to Nala. Nala is Simba's girlfriend. Nala, for me, she definitely gives me Scorpio vibes because she's very like, she's like slick and she's like sensual but she's like smart, she's like low key, she's not like trying to overpower Simba. She's just there to support, but she's like very sexy about it, like she's just very like slick. And she found him and she sniffed him out. She was like, and that's a Scorpio woman. Like a Scorpio woman, she's going to find her man, even if it takes a couple of years of being in the jungle. Like she gonna find him. She sniffed his ass out. She was like, is that my man playing with that fat thing and that skinny ass little animal? Like, where is he? Like, that is a Scorpio woman if I ever met one. And she convinced him. She said, you need to go back. You need to get your pride. You need to go back to the land and we need your ass. Like, she convinced him. And they're so cute together. That's why they're water, Scorpio and Cancer. They're such a good little couple because they're both water signs. But yeah, Nala is 100% Scorpio woman. Mufasa. Oh, Mufasa. Mufasa is like such a Capricorn. Such a Capricorn guy. Steady, strong, reliable, just, teaching lessons to Simba. He's got that deep voice, very strong presence. Capricorn men, they have that strong presence. And, just such a good dad, just very solid. He laid down the rules. Don't go in the fucking dark part, Don't go to the dark part. Anything the sun touches, that's where you can hang out. Only where the sun touches. If the sun don't touch, don't go there. Very cut and dry, Capricorn dad, Very like, this is the rules. Don't do it. You're going to get fucked up if you do. And, even like with his brother, with Scar, like it was typical that, Mufasa became the king because Capricorns are just solid and down to earth. But Scar, let's go to him, that little son of a bitch. What a nasty man. He was an Aries for sure. Oh my God, Aries man. He was jealous, vengeful, sneaky, like when you have an Aries man that's like pissed off and not really like the good Aries, it's just coming for you, like just like plotting. He's got his little crew. He got them hyenas hanging out with him. Aries men, they always got a lot of friends doing their bidding. And then he lied to Simba like that. Only an Aries man could be that stone cold. He's just like, yeah, kid. Yeah, your dad, you fucked him up. You fucked your dad up. It was because of you. Like, that's an Aries man. Like, oh, my goodness. That's something an Aries man can do. Like, just be cold to that little kid like that. He's like, that is your fault, Simba. Straight-faced. So, yeah, Scar is definitely Aries man. Like, he's just riled up. And then Pumbaa and Timon. Oh, my God, I love those two. Pumbaa, I feel like Pumbaa is... Pumbaa's a little bit of a Taurus. Okay, Tauruses are, we can get our belly going. We love our food. We love that, being good friends with everybody. He's funny as shit. Like Tauruses have great sense of humors, but he's a little bit crass. And, he's like farting all over the place. I'm not that I'm a Taurus, but not that I'm farting all over the place. But you know what I mean? Like, they're just a little bit like rolling around in the mud. What you see is what you get. Okay, but he's like a solid friend, loyal buddy. Pumbaa wasn't going nowhere. He knew. He said, I'm Simba's boy. I'm not going anywhere. Big Butch Daddy. That's Pumbaa. And Timon. What would Timon be? That silly little guy. Timon would be funny, silly, but smart. I feel like Timon is a Leo. Yeah, I feel like Timon is definitely a Leo. He like carried the both of them. Like he was the brains behind him and Pumbaa. And he's just funny, loyal as well. It's best buddies. Yeah, Timon definitely for me is like got Leo energy. Like nothing gets him down. He's like, we're good. Yeah, I like Timon for sure. Timon and Pumbaa were my favorite out of the whole. I love them. I think they're so funny. But yeah, Timon is definitely a Leo guy. He's even built like he's got that like lanky body. Such a Leo boy. And then Rafiki. Rafiki is such a Gemini. No, I'm sorry. Rafiki's an Aquarius. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. Rafiki is such an Aquarius. He's a visionary. He's the elder. He's the mature one, but he's fucking whacked out, like such an Aquarius. Oh my God. Yeah. Rafiki, he's like got that cool style, like no one knows what he's just living in the woods, in the tree by himself. He don't want to be bothered with the whole neighborhood, but he's looking, watching over everybody. And then he like hit Simba with that pearl of wisdom, when he showed Mufasa in the sky. Such an Aquarius. He was like, he's like, I got a little to say, but when I say it, poof, your father, listen to him talk. Like Rafiki is such an Aquarius. Yeah, he was just like all like just that style is so Aquarius, just like so whacked out. But like he means well and he like guides you and he's there to help. And yeah, just his communication skills are a little off. Rafiki. Yeah, Rafiki's such an Aquarius. So that was fun. Yeah, that was The Lion King. Totally fun. I love that. All right, perfect. So let's get into our voice note today.
Hi, Thomas. Love the podcast. My name is Ariel, and just wanted to say before I ask my question that my mom and I, we got a reading done from you earlier this year, and you blew our absolute minds. We talk about it all the time, and we cannot wait to do another one with you. So thank you again. It was absolutely amazing. Okay, so my question is, I have a really big, strong intuition, and it is just almost always right. Like I just have this like thought that pops in my head, and it's like that's the truth. That's what is happening. And being there for my friends and family a lot, I'm typically the person that people go to for advice. It's super rewarding, but sometimes my guidance can come off as like a know-it-all, because of those like thoughts I have. And the older I'm getting, I'm 34. The older I'm getting, the more I'm leaning into my gift. And I've always been like kind of obsessed with it actually, my whole life, but it's like I keep getting this like huge pull towards that part of me like every year. So anyways, my sun is Pisces, my moon is Gemini, and my rising is Taurus. So yeah, I'm curious if there's something in my chart that like shows why this stuff happens, or like why I'm feeling this way, like my pull towards spirituality, but also like, I don't know, I guess knowing. And do you have any advice for like how I can like lean into it, or like give it a little bit more grace when I'm working with it? Or is it something related to like the shadow side of me. I'm not sure. Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right. So the first thing I would say is definitely that Pisces, obviously. I mean, the Pisces, most Pisces people, my moon's in Pisces. So Pisces, they have that intuition, that connection to source, the psychic stuff. Then I would say, like, because your moon is in Gemini, that gives it like the air, like it gives it the freedom to not like be bogged down. So you have the Pisces sun and the moon Gemini. So you're basically like, you're able to have that water flow without like it being bogged down too much. So it gives it freedom. It makes it just kind of like, oh yeah, duh, hello. And then your rising being Taurus, that's where you get the whole like the knowing. Tauruses are just good at like, we just know, like we just feel it. But again, with your abilities, yes, it is definitely astrologically aligned, but your abilities are from your soul as well. Like whoever created us created you to be able to do this. So you should, you know, if you wanted, you should try to figure out something to where you can help others with it, you know, whether it becomes a business for you or like work, or you just do it for fun every now and then for friends and family, however you want to do it. It can be something that you should definitely try to help people with at the end of the day, regardless of if it's for work or for just fun, or if you just even wanted to just volunteer it every now and then. I don't know. It's very draining. It's a lot. So you definitely want to be serious about it, unless you're just doing it for fun sometimes. I would say the way to give it grease. The way to give it some grease. Well, the way to give it grease is practicing it. The more you do it, the better you become at it. The more you align yourself, like aligning yourself. I've talked about this before, meditating, eating healthy, being physically in tune. That always helps. Although it's funny because I will say I haven't been eating well, and I haven't been really like taking care of myself physically, but like the past month or so, like everything has been very heightened. Like if I just think about something or say something, all of a sudden, boom, it's right there in front of me. So it's like, that's pretty interesting too. But I will say, taking care of yourself, like I've said before, when I have days where I'm working and I do readings, I'm not eating any sugar at all. Sugar is anything inflammatory. Sugar, dairy, stay away from all of it if you can, because that's how you'll keep your shit sharp. But yeah, the desire for like the knowing, that's the Taurus rising. But that Pisces sun and the Gemini moon, that gives you all like the tools. It gives you the gift. But again, our creator gave you that gift. I would say just keep doing it because it seems like you like it. Like you think about it a lot. Like I do it all the time now because it felt like a calling. It felt like I needed to leave my old career and come this path, and make it my whole thing. That's a big deal. That's not easy to do if you're going to just decide to like leave what you're doing and make this your whole thing. So I would say start slow, because I started slow as well too. Practice on friends, people that you trust, that you can like just be honest and like practice and not worry if you sound wrong or if you misinterpret, like people you know and love and trust. Play with them, practice with them, just dive in. The best thing I've learned about mediumship and psychic stuff is when I have the vision or the word or the hit, just say it. It doesn't matter if you don't filter it. Don't try to like say, oh no, maybe that's not going to sound right, or maybe that's wrong. Don't do that. Just go with it. Say it. It's, if you have the ability, you're hearing it and seeing it for a reason. So I would say just go for it. Just do it. Just play with it. And what's meant to be will be. What comes up or surfaces will surface. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We're at the final thought. It's a short episode today because, to be honest with you, like I almost didn't record today. Like I just was almost like, I don't know if I want to even do it right now. But, I've committed to this and I've committed to be here. And, I have the studio and I have Jay. So, you have people's time that you want to consider. But so we'll just keep it short. My final thought today is everybody stop judging. Everybody stop thinking they know everything. Love each other. Try to understand each other. If you think you know something, maybe you don't. Maybe you should learn, look deeper into it. Stop pointing fingers and stop like everything. I think that online and like the phones and social media, and I think it's like dehumanized everybody a little bit. You know, like even just the way people talk to each other on comment threads and talk to it, like there are people that'll just say really nasty things, and they just say it because to them you're not, you know, there's no humanity there. They're just saying it, post, send, you know, and they're just, yeah, there's no like humanity. Because I bet you if you're like face to face with them, they're not going to say those things really. So, you know, we got to stop. We got to stop. Everybody's got to take a step back, take a breath, you know. Find God, basically. You know, get your spirituality. We need more spirituality in this world, because clearly it's not working. So let's see what's to come. Love you guys. Oh yeah, you know what? Oh gosh, my mind was so distracted. Our sponsor, Collective Beauty Skincare Studio, Crusty and Louise. I mean, she talk about a blessing in this world. She just. You know, like I told you last week, she lost her mom, and she's just, you know, working and trying to get through it and raise her kids. At Collective Beauty Skincare Studio, they believe that everyone deserves to feel beautiful and confident in their own skin. So whether you're looking to combat signs of aging, clear up acne, get rid of unwanted facial hair, shape your eyebrows, or simply pamper yourself with a beautiful facial, they have the treatment for you. Christine, the owner of Collective Skincare Beauty, Collective Beauty Skincare Studio, has generously offered 25% to any follower. If you book an appointment, just say Crusty Crystals and you'll get 25% off. You can text her. I'll put the phone number in the bio. All the information's in the bio. But honestly, she's amazing, not just because she's our sponsor here. It's a really great studio. It's really cute and quaint, and it's you and her, and it's not a whole big to-do. Love her. But shout out to Florid Media. We love you guys. We love you all. I wish everybody the best. Thank you so much. Bye.